backpack before Voodoo Lounge, allowing your grunt to have inventory space. What do you think's happening here? Okay, and now look at actually what happens here. In most cases, this grunt is like, first of all, not expected. Oh no, you already know what's gonna happen. Hello everybody. Today, we're gonna prove the age-old saying true. You know, they say that men are only interested in one thing, backpack, right? And I'm telling you, ever since the patch, backpack, what can I say? So let's get into the build, right? You know this is my go-to strategy against Night Elf because, you know, there's just something about this that has always bugged me. No, not Pickpock. It's not necessarily a bad name. But it's the Ancient of War creeping. You know, it's like, I don't play these unfair creeping races like Night Elf and Human, right? The creeping with a militia, creeping with Ancient of War. So instead, I have to do this sort of thing. I have to play maybe a reactive. If I know the Night Elf is trying to do this high impact creep route, well, what can I do? Well, one thing you can do, I know, gasp, is build your barracks first, followed by a burrow. Then you really focus on, oh man, I think I'm at 6 peons here for a bit. There you go, fix that. But you focus on getting as much gold as you can, and you really delay the altar because you're really just trying to build 2 grunts. And now, look at the backpack tech. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, why we're here. The patch has made us backpack friendly. So look at that. We are now on some next level Warcraft 3 tech. Make no mistake, this is cutting edge. The no fun grunt, the fun police, the MD and you shall not do this has a big upgrade because it's backpack before Voodoo Lounge, allowing your grunt to have inventory space. Why is that inventory space important, you say? Well, what do you think's happening here? Here it comes. So the fun police grunt has a mission. Okay, and now look at actually what happens here. In most cases, this grunt is like, first of all, not expected, because why would you go on barracks first? But do you think in most cases the grunt has an inventory? Well, no. You already know what's going to happen. Tries to get the last hit, doesn't get the last hit, but I get the ring of protection. So, and just like that, we see the backpack on the offense, and offense made possible thanks to the upgrade. Now that backpack's finished, we load up our second grunt with healing salve and lesser clarity. This grunt bring back a gift to the Fire Lord. Fire Lord now has ring of protection, and we move onward to the offensive. So this is backpack at its most cutting edge. Now the build does get you food stuck for a bit, and you are at 4 lumber peons. So there is, you know, disadvantages. This is the time where you can tech. It's still not a slow tech by any means, and this is what you get. You know we're going soul burn, and you know, look, he's trying to get the last hit, but the soul burn really took off his damage. At some point, you can even do 0 damage there. So you know what this is, guys. It's grunts, it's bullying the Night Elf opponent, it's switching to the archers when the Demon Hunter runs away, because the Demon Hunter must run away. And this is all like predicated on, you know, the early scout grunt that now has the ring. And look at my situation here. Normally the Fire Lord doesn't have access to these items because he's a tavern hero, but with the backpack upgrade, well, my Fire Lord has healing salve, and so yeah, I'm just clearly bullying the DH out of existence. While my grunts, come on, while my grunts, there you go, while my grunts start doing damage to wisps and whatnot. So I think this is a pretty cool way to play the game. As you see, we're teching, we got more grunts coming. And this is the interesting thing that I've been trying to get better at. There's specific backpack micro. Part of the backpack micro is not only transferring the items over to the hero, but it's also having the presence of mind to when you build a second or a third unit to know, should it be a rally to my hero or rally to the shop? Now this unit was rallied to my hero, which was correct because I have items here. We reconnect grunts with Firelord, and we always attack the grunts in when the Demon Hunter is soul burned, because every attack on the Demon Hunter is paving a path towards the archers anyway. So, you know, the grunts are just unkillable. What are you going to do? Eventually, this is just a big problem for my opponent, the Fire Lord. Grunts turn on this archer. This opponent is getting pushed to the limit here, and now the items come in. Get that salve up. Might as well lesser clarity while I'm at it. But so this is an example of when I think the next grunt should be maybe rallied to the Voodoo Lounge, right, to get another salve. At this point, I'm moving my grunts up because they're healing, though they could still be doing damage. Now, what does my opponent do it? My opponent is doing, rightfully, trying to get a second hero, needed a high-impact Naga. Do I agree with the Naga pick? You could have possibly gotten Goblin Alchemist. Like, I know that sounds like a weird hero, but you just need stats in this situation. You're going up against grunts. Could have went Goblin Alchemist with a Chemical Rage. Maybe you don't. But no, we go for the Naga here. I need to turn on Cold Arrows. Turn on Cold Arrows. My opponent is missing out. There you go. So he had tons of time to turn on Cold Arrows in between the walk there. So unfortunate. But now we get into the nitty-gritty of things. Grunts are just doing damage to the Demon Hunter because we really have to zone him out. But look, we're just doing the same sort of like micro. The moment the Demon Hunter goes, the Grunt just goes on something else. And Grunts in this game are just, they feel like superhuman compared to your archers. Once I get the kill there, it's pretty much GG. So a game won by a backpack. And look, on the way, even if my opponent didn't leave there, we had two grunts. They were a little mismicro there. Two grunts on the way. One was going to bring salve. One was going to bring clarity potion. A burrow finishing, and then we get our tavern hero on the way back. So, 6 minutes of blistering aggression. Why not, right? We don't like to give the elves room to breathe here. So that game started what went on to be a pretty nice win streak. And the win streak was me recovering from an abysmal loss streak. Like, I'm talking, I lost so much MMR. I was back down to like 1,300, and it felt bad because I'm like, oh no, I'm just experimenting too much with the patch. So I had to focus up. I really had to focus up. So what we're going to see here, we go Farseer versus the human. And when I'm going Farseer versus human, oh, Nick's trying to win, right? No messing around here. I want to go Farseer because I've been really inspired by Backpack. So here we go, right? How does Farseer handle the backpack pressure? And, well, you can believe it's effective. So this grunt is the backpack grunt, right? This grunt allows us to go here, and now we're immediately scouting. Now, good on my opponent. Doesn't go the obvious expansion. Wants to go a different route, so I don't see him here. But thankfully, let's see, where are my visions at? I see the Footman. I see the Archmage. We're in. So my decision making is I'm Archmage, but then I start going on the Peasants. Good choice. Nice deny by my opponent. Feels bad. I could have got that kill if I was a little more patient with the S micro. You can attack S. S is the button you want to use when you're jockeying for last hits. It's the stutter step tool. So this is the micro decisions here. You want to sick the wolves on the Archmage. See that? Deal with that. This is what you do, orcs. You say, all right, Archmage, deal with this. And then you just send the wolves. And whenever the Archmage even attempts to come back, you punish. Because what you want to be setting up is Farseer grunts versus footmen. Because then you can get some kills. This is great. You can, even if you're even better, you can send only one wolf after. But then, and you always have to be ready to re-up your micro there when you go over the shadows, because then you lose it. See, watch. If you don't re-up the micro there like I was, because I was on my base getting this, the wolves get stranded. Let's see how long my wolves are stranded, because this is how you lose orc versus human. You're not using effective wolves with the Farseer. But my human opponent has been just running in circles. Oh my god, are they going to run back into the wolves? No. So what does my human opponent buy here? I summon back the wolves, which is great. And my human opponent is boxed out. Now, I'm really glad my grunts didn't go deep in there, because that's how you get militia destroyed. My human opponent eventually gets boots of speed. Okay, was waiting on the boots of speed, but now we're just attacking the footman here. We're trying to get some decent experience. Why not? We are going to get this kill, right? Yeah. Nice. 40 experience. He gets the kill on the wolf there. My grunts are feeling okay. But look, I have the salves, thanks to one of them being the Voodoo Lounge grunt. So this grunt, I should have been sent to the battle, but I was too busy microing here. Let's see how my back micro improved. So the wolves are now chasing the Archmage. I don't know where the Archmage is, so I'm just going to go get him this way. I need to save my grunts here. There you go. This is a micro-intensive situation, so I need to pressure the Archmage, but save my grunt. Don't want to lose the grunt here. The Archmage slips away. Whoo, boy, this grunt is... I'm commanding all of my attention, but it is important. I can get the footman kill here. Nice. So saving that grunt was important, and I finally wake up here. I get my grunts here. Do I buy any salves? No, I just get the grunts walking. So back's good, but you know, it is something I need to get used to because I have to micro to the shop to get the back value. I sometimes forget, and you lose out on grunts rally to my Farseer. But nonetheless, it was a pretty decent aggro here. My human opponent is like reeling. Low health units. The Arcane Vault being finished. This footman actually getting incredible value. I don't want to chase it, just send one wolf. Now let's salve up. This grunt, though, does get the healing salves and clarity. So we see the back in full display here. Back helps out in this precise situation. Would be nice to get a tavern hero here, but my orc burrow isn't quite finished yet. But that's fine. We get the drop off. So now my Farseer, look at my human opponent. Comparatively, you just got a healing. And I want to challenge that. So we do some attacks, we disrupt everything there. Wolves on the Archmage. Is this Archmage level 2? Okay, good. Archmage not level 2, even though you get the kill. Trying to salve up every grunt. Oh no, if I could salve up the grunt. Oh, I miss out on the salve. Come on! There you go. Misclick. So send wolves on the Archmage. Always important, right? This is some basic Farseer versus human and grunts versus footman. This is nice because you can confirm kills. I lose out on the Archmage there, but I just split the wolves trying to get him. The Boots of Speed is really effective, but you're really far away. Eventually lose a grunt here, but the tower gets it. Nice. These grunts were just healing, chilling. Nice. Salve value. So my salves are now, let's destroy that shop. And my Naga is coming as well. Thankfully, we haven't had any more grunt mismicro, and supplies have successfully been delivered from the Voodoo Lounge. So this is a pretty decent offensive here. I mean, my opponent is good for holding on here. Very low HP units. And I'm just putting pressure on the blacksmith. But now, these units need to get sniped off by my heroes. Nice. The Naga's going to work there. Good micro by my opponent. I'm trying to confirm the kill there, but the Boots of Speed are really good. Now let's kill the Rifleman, I think would be a nice call here. The grunt line there is getting kind of destroyed by the militia. We still don't want to lose any grunts here. It's very important not to lose grunts. I think grunts are most strongest during the early game. So these healing salves, oh, please don't lose that grunt. Oh, I do lose a grunt, which gets my opponent level 2. So we see how important it is to not lose grunts. Unfortunately, we got a little stuck there, but my opponent is losing a lot in 2, right? This isn't just free. You get a wolf there, but now I'm level 2 as well. This grunt there should get salved. Great, that grunt's getting salved. This grunt is, look, loading up salves and a clarity. So you see how this onslaught is just absolutely enhanced by the back. Normally in this situation, yeah, what are you going to do? You got no items left. You've been using salves at every chance just to help min-max these grunts. You're even using a Spirit Walk. I love getting Spirit Walkers without the upgrade. Just get them in the early game immediately because Spirit Link is so good, and it's 17 to 22 damage. It's like you have a destroyer. So look at these grunts. So this grunt here, hey, what do we got going on? Don't even try it, Archmage. The Boots of Speed were good, but my opponent just has no chance of getting health here. So at this point, it's funny. Did you see those low HP grunts? I actually just sent them to get killed here. I sent them to get killed here because I actually realized there was the only thing they were going to do was feed in this situation, and I wanted to store up food to just get more units. So shoutouts to me there. If I have the presence of mind, the walkers do so much damage to there. I do have healing items on my grunt here, so let's see if I can use these healing items. The one thing after playing with backpack as extensively as I have been. I really wish there was an indicator. Oh, this is really tough for my opponent. You've just been boxed out of the game for so long. Can the Archmage... I think the Archmage should have just TP'd by now to get back into the base. The Archmage has been very ineffective being boxed out. Now, level 3 and 2. So my Grunt there is hogging the items. But I have Walkers and Grunts streaming in. We have upgraded Witch Doctors. Oh, good. Now the Grunt passes on the items, and I'm able to get this valuable clarity on the Naga. Guys, any Naga Sea Witch enjoyers know that eventually this Naga Sea Witch momentum comes to a halt because you run out of mana. So look, you're able to scurry on by, but this is when I just push in. Hey, you want to finally fight me, Archmage? Just push into your base. Get that hero kill. And now we're in it. So we have the TP at any point, but we're feeling very tanky with the Walkers. Let's do some damage. And this is, I mean, this is the game that backpack enabled. Spirit Link on the Grunts, feeling good. Oh, and we TP just before. I hope we don't lose anything. Nice, right? So we TP just before we really lose anything. Spirit Link and Voodoo Lounge backpack. You know, really think about all of the effective HP that I've been able to harness out of my units. I even sacrificed these 2 Grunts there. Looking back on it, that was a spur. Oh, look how mean this is, right? Have a Witch Doctor there just to be sure, get that hit on the Water Elemental and ward up your base. So I have nice vision on my human opponent. And just like the last Undead game, right? When I have this complete of a chokehold on the game, I'm trying to secure that W. I'm not trying to throw games. So we Tiny Great Hall expansion, 100%. We see the opponent. You're creeping a level 1 Mountain King and level 2 Archmage. Yeah, we're going to Tiny. And I believe we even have the goal to just heal up. Yeah, heal up. We're going to get that. Sell the ring, maybe? Yeah, sell ring. We have healing words. We don't need that anymore. Get that Orb of Lightning, and let's end the game now. Now we end the game with the Torrent. So this is all possible thanks to backpack. If you don't have backpack, you eventually have to TP, not here after you've killed the hero and done some damage, but you eventually TP around here. Oh, look at this, level 2 Fork Lightning and level 2 with Chain Lightning. Look how much damage I just onslaughted my human opponent with. Here it comes, Chain Lightning. Just brutal. Yeah. Brutal game. Where are you running? I'm just doing so much damage with my hero spells. I mean, bad time to farm to feed a Grunt though, right? But can you blame me? This game feels very over. Because it is. Nice. But just some more backpack usage. Your backpack game play is only as good as you allow it. Gotta research backpack. If you like this video, if you enjoyed any of these videos, thank you. If you love Warcraft 3, you're definitely in the right place. Follow if you haven't, subscribe to the YouTube if you haven't. We also sometimes stream on Twitch, so if you like that, Nick Oldhead at Twitch. You know, let me know in the comments if you guys have any good like matches I should see. I'm always trying to see some backpack usage, obviously some nice niche heroes. So thanks for the follow and enjoy RTS. See you guys later. Bye.